Hello, my friends. This is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new here, a big special welcome to you. Please go ahead and hit subscribe so you never miss out on another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the upheaval and violence and awful behavior happening here in the United States. With the Capitol riots and I'm at a loss for words at this awful state of our American democracy and the state of our current social unrest and political problems. Anyway, this is something different. I don't normally do political readings, but I do think we have to take a look and see if we can get some insight as to what is going to happen. Lots of people calling for the removal of President Trump. But let's see what the cards have to say. This is a very emotionally charged issue for me. I have strong feelings about this, first of all, but also I am living in the United States, so therefore it deeply affects me. I have the zombie tarot spread out here. I thought this was an appropriate deck with all that's going on. I mean, we have coronavirus and we have an unhinged psychopath for president in the United States. So let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm going to give it a shuffle. Spirit, we need to know what can we expect after this the awful events unfolding at the U.S. Capitol, incited by social unrest, by President Trump's words, his enablers in Congress, and his enablers on his team, his family. What is going to happen next? Please let us know, Spirit. All right, let's go. We're going to do this a little differently than I normally do readings. We're going to start with the top, and we're going to see, let's play it out here. Let's see what's going to happen. We need to know. Okay, first off, we have our Ace of Hazards. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This to me shows me that we are reaching out of the dirt. We will be able to overcome this. Obviously, I don't know at this point. We're going to see what comes up next, but this shows me that there is a chance to reach out of that dirt, grab hands. America has we've made ourselves the laughing stock of the world. So hoping this means to reach out a hand to our allies and to other world leaders. Let's keep going. All right, so the Cups. This shows, this card is typically for kind of rushing in very passionately, emotionally. We've got a lot of emotion here, all over the world, not just here in the United States. Lots of emotion around this. Eight of Cups talks about leaving to find something better, looking for more. Cups is the suit of love and emotion. So obviously emotions are super high right now. This talks about kind of wanting to find that peace, find something more, walk away from the carnage to find the next thing to heal us, to save us, as a people, as our conscience tries to accept and understand all of this. Next, it looks like we have our Knight of Hazards, which is Pentacles. It shows me that this potentially looks like there might be, slow progress. I do see progress coming. There is a huge undertaking for the new administration, and a huge undertaking for all of us here in the United States to try to make peace, to try to work together, to bring the fractured nation together. I do think that this shows that, yes, there is progress. There can be some progress. However, as you see by our zombie here hitting the light post, it looks like we might run into some things, and it might be going slower than what anybody hopes for. All right, so we've got our Two of Swords. This is about our divided country. there are still a struggle. And what this says to me, given the scenario, that we might be seeing some trouble in the other leadership, the Congress and, Senate leaders in particular. The Senate has had control, Republicans, I mean, have had control over the Senate. And now Democrats have regained the majority, and it is a slim margin. So I do see that there is going to be some infighting. I don't want to say fighting, especially in this time, but that's the only word I could think of. So, debate and trying to work out what ideals we want to focus on going forward. Okay, we've got Five of Cups. There are a lot of people upset, myself included. This has been an awful, awful, awful chapter in our history, and a lot of people are upset. This card, though, indicates, a time of, while yes, we have mourning, we have sadness, we have fear, we have all of those things, anger, all those emotions, which are cups. The Five of Cups talks about not realizing there's still somewhere to go. So this is a message saying we cannot wallow in this. We cannot just focus on this. Now, obviously, we can't deny reality and our feelings to a certain extent, but we've got to be looking forward. We've got that slow movement going here because of people potentially, I'm thinking people in Congress, not being able to get on the same page. Here again, this is about focusing on that and being upset, that it's not working. However, we have to focus on what is working and keep pushing forward for what is right. Yeah, okay, we'll go on with that. We'll see what's next. All right, so the Fool. This talks about making a new opportunity. President-elect Biden and President-elect Harris are going to be able to start some new things that we can start again. We can start new. We have to learn from this situation and prevent it from happening again. And in order to do that, that doesn't just mean replace leadership. That is hey man, if you're trying to kill the snake, you cut off the head, right? So here we go. We cut off the head. We've got Joe Biden coming in. But he's still got a very large task in front of him, not only to deal with the immediate things that are happening, but what led us to this? What led these people to follow somebody of this type of character and egotistical? I have so many words that I'm trying not to say because I want this reading to be very clear, but so far we are getting a clear picture of what needs to happen. We need to focus, and we're going to have some new things starting over. Next, we have our Three of Hazard. There you go. This is it. Success based off of past work. Our Constitution has held up over time. It has been what has prevailed and kept order in this land. We have to base our current work going forward. Our success depends on building over what we've learned and how we've built this country, how our forefathers set up the Constitution and the rule of law, and stand up for democracy based off of our past work. It's coming. We're going to be doing well. I think that's very positive. Judgment. Here we go. Judgment. Yes. Okay. So the Judgment card, this talks about a moment of rebirth, rejuvenation. It talks about starting again. It talks about fixing what can be fixed and letting go of what can't be. A lot of what this is going on here in the United States is there are two big factions against each other, in a sense, for lack of a better word. I don't know if that was the correct term, but that doesn't go away with Donald Trump. Donald Trump helped rile him up. He was like the carnival man at the freak show, getting all the freaks riled up, and then he walks away and lets the show go on while he watches it in a tent and dancing to Gloria with his family. And yes, judgment. We have to start over. We can't just sit there and being upset about it, being mad about it. It's not going to get us, where we need to be. And also the anger, the frustration, the disbelief of how people can, and Congress and those enablers, how they can do this, how they can, we have to not give up on that to the point where we learn from it to make a positive change. But sitting and festering and being angry is not going to be helpful. I know I'm having a hard time with that myself. But what this also says, we can start again in a new setting. There might be some compromises. Again, that's the whole reason we have a two-party system. Democrats and Republicans. There's been a third system that has splintered off from the Republican Party. This is Trump. Trumpism has taken over and created a new party. It has hijacked the Republican Party. We need a party or a two-party system. It is important that we debate ideas that represent everyone in this country. And what that means is sometimes Republicans don't get what they want and Democrats don't get what they want. That's how it works, though. Now we've got this third rogue party of Trump, and that is what is screwing things up. We have to be able to compromise, Republicans and Democrats. We have to get rid of the party of Trump and move forward as a nation united with different ideas and that blending of ideas. The Hierophant, yes. Now this is talking about getting back to tradition. Everybody thought Trump was so awesome because he was not a politician and he was a businessman and he was crass and rude, but he had that charisma, the charisma of the toxic male. Whatever reason, this sparked some people to follow him and feel that this was great, to buck the system and to go against ritual and tradition. You see what that's done to America. The tradition and the norms and the respect, all of that things go hand in hand with the presidential office, and in fact, quite frankly, the government and all of us. What is wrong with people? I don't understand. We have become the country of Hollywood and the Kardashians and reality TV. It's sickening. It is sickening. Swords. Okay, yes, the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth. Things are moving along. Things are going to change. We have to get through this tower moment. I always call this the tower moment. Well, not always, it just happened. So since it's happened, I've been calling it the tower moment where everything kind of goes to hell. There are bricks falling, lightning, and all this other stuff, but it is a chance to rebuild. And so this is our tower moment. And for that tower moment, what do we need? We need strength. We need communication, and we need truth. And here it is, the opportunity for truth. And look at this, the zombie hand and the human hand. Of course, this is a zombie themed deck, remember. How symbolic, though, for what I'm talking about. We have to work together. Republicans and Democrats have to work together to defeat Trumpism. Our Knight of Swords. Okay, so this kind of talks about, I think, some of the things that are going to be coming up, which might involve legal types of dances, political types of dances, things that are trying to perhaps protect, I don't know, he's out of office. He's leaving. We know this. January 20th, he's out. But that doesn't mean he's gone. That doesn't mean that his movement has died. That's where we're cutting off the head of the snake, but, there's a reason why that snake moved in here, right? And there are still people who are defenders of what he has done, or at least, him, and they are excusing what he's done or trying to lie about what he's done and justify what he's done. Those people will fail. I have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords does not have a plan. He is very disorganized. He is thriving on that excitement of the moment and the power grab, but he never has a plan. He is very unorganized, and without help, he does not succeed. So let's see, where's our help? Is there help coming? I hope not, but let's see. Justice, that's the help. Oh, that's great. Justice. Okay, so the Justice card is, as the name implies, justice, But this talks about fairness, legal matters. It talks about not being intimidated. It talks about being impartial. It talks about getting what you are owed. This is a great card for justice, because these people, the supporters, the enablers, the traitors, I can't even, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion about this. I'm upset about it. I have cried. I have been angry, and I've sat in disbelief that this is happening. We're finding out justice is coming, though. And the Hanged Man. Oh, this is a great reading. Okay, this makes me have hope. The Hanged Man sees we're going to look at things and we're going to do it from a different direction. Like I said, it's not just about getting Trump out of here. Trump is out of here in terms of in holding office, but he is still here. And he is just the figurehead of what has become the snake. So we have to figure out, we have to fix it. We have to respect all human life and all ideals and all points of view, of course. And that includes, I suppose, theirs. But when it crosses that line into, treason and murder and mob action, this can't be tolerated. And this appears to be, look at the card. It even shows that even everybody's kind of underneath and saying, let's do this from a different way. This provides hope for me. This provides hope. Let's see a couple more. All right, our Queen of Wands. This is awesome. This is just getting better and better. This is great. Our Queen of Wands, she's representative of an energy that is very strong, that is very charismatic, that is very compassionate. We need this. We need this energy. Republican or Democrat, man, we got to get back to being, to that. We got to make things right. We are all here together for the same purpose. We have different ideas and different ways that we think that will be achieved, but we are all Americans. And if you're watching this and you're not in America, we are all a unit. We are all part of this world. And I think right now with COVID, we have seen that stronger than we ever wanted to see before. COVID is traveling the globe. We are all affected by this. And I know if you're not in America, it's a distant thing for you, but it actually is not, because of the fact that we are so intertwined. Our success at overcoming this cancer in our country is what is going to hopefully pull back that ripple effect that might affect other people. I won't get into a whole bunch of that because I want to focus on the question at hand. What's going to happen? We got one more here, 10 of Hazards. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we are going to repair our legacy. We are going to repair our legacy. This is a legacy card. It's Pentacles. So Pentacles talks about earthly things. It does talk about career, money, things like that as well. So this pulls in, getting that government back in order. Government is necessary to help keep everybody moving on by the same set of laws, so that there are some things that we can trust in and believe in as we make our way through this life that we're all trying to get through. We all just want to be happy and safe and healthy. And really, that's what we need to get back to. The legacy portion of this card really stands out to me because, again, we need to rebuild our our standing in the world. We need to rebuild the trust that our people have in the government. As disgusting and as wrong as these Trumpites were to mob and riot the Capitol, in their murderous rampage, and as wrong as it was for President Trump and Rudy Giuliani and, I can't even think of his name now because of his awfulness. I can hear his voice and see his face. But anyway, my point is, there was a reason why these people were ripe to follow. It's like a cult. These people were damaged, and we need to fix our people. We can't forget that. All right, so let's just do a sum up. It looks like things are going to get on track, and there's some very strong advice and wisdom about getting us united again. As much as we are angry and as much as we disagree, we have to rise above. Let's do a final outcome. For this, actually, I like to pull the cut card. So this will be the middle of the deck. Ready? Page of Swords. Okay. So our Page of Swords is all about new ideas. This is all about finding new ways of communicating. This is the lesson. This is the important thing to drive home. We all need to get back on the same page. And I see that opportunity coming. The cards are showing me that we can do this. Oh, while I'm doing this reading, I'm like, ooh, because I am so emotionally overwrought about it, because of the fact of how what this says, what this means to us as human beings, let alone as Americans and as members of this wonderful world we live on called Earth. This planet is all of ours. And even though we're just here in America, and you might be somewhere else, and you might be saying it's somewhere else, I don't have to worry. We're all in this together, just like with COVID, and we will overcome. Thank you for watching.